This is Smriti. Today I'll teach you establishment of company rule in India. This is the ninth chapter of SST of class ninth. In this video, we will see the introduction and the Carnatic Wars. So let us see. Vasco da Gama landed in Calicut, that is Kerala, in 1498. He was an explorer who used to discover new places. With this, European era started in Indian history. In 16th century, Portuguese set their colonies in Goa, and by the next century, India became an important destination, that is, the place for visit for many adventurers, missionaries, and traders from France, Holland, England, and other countries of Europe. The age of imperialism. What is imperialism? Imperialism means extending one country's power over the other started in India with the disintegration, that is breakdown of the Mughal Empire. Many trading companies set up their trading centers in the coastal areas of India. These trading centers were known as factories, and those who worked in the factories were known as factors or the officials. They bought spices, cotton textiles, salpatre, that is raw materials used to make gunpowder, and indigo, that is used to dye clothes, from India, and sold them to Europe and America at very high prices. They led to huge profit margin, and this huge profit margin between various trading companies. Despite this competition, French and English were more powerful. So the other East India companies, that is of Dutch, Portuguese, and Spain, they have to return back to their places. Only the two rivalries that remain in India were the French and the English. Now we have the East India Company. A series of episodes led to the political dominance of the India Company in India. They set up their trading centers at Surat and the three presidency areas, that is Fort William in Bengal, St. George in Madras, and the Bombay Castle. The East India Company set up friendly relationship with the local princes of India, and the rulers of India signed alliances, that is agreement with the East India Company. The East India Company provided the military help to the rulers to settle their internal rivalries. Taking the advantage of this situation, the East India Company became more powerful. They adopted the policy of divide and rule. They divided the Indians among themselves, and slowly they extended their power. As a result, Indian rulers became mere puppets in the hands of the British. That is, they have to act as the British said. The East India Company started as a trading company and took over the political control and became the ruler of India for almost 200 years. Now we have the Carnatic Wars. Before starting the war, let's understand 3-4 points that you will not get in the book. First, this war was war between French and the English to occupy the trading centers in India in the coastal regions. Second, what is Carnatic? Carnatic was the area between Bay of Bengal and the Eastern Ghats. Third, capital of Carnatic was Arcot. Fourth, the head of the Carnatic area was known as Nawab. Fifth, the main trading center of British was Madras, and the main center of French was Pondicherry. After knowing this point, let us start the First Carnatic War. The period of this war is 1746 to 48, that is 2 years. This war was a result of Austrian succession war that was going on in Europe between the Austria and Prussia. War of succession after the death of Emperor Charles VI, that who will become the emperor. So a war broke out there. England and France joined the opposite sides, that is, England supported the Austria and the French supported Prussia. So they were enemies in Europe. Obvious, if they are enemies in Europe, they'll be enemies in India. Comrade Burnet, who was the naval officer of English, came to India with troops, that is army, to attack the French. But French proposed peace. The head of Carnatic, that is the Nawab, who was Anwaruddin at that time, he also proposed peace. He said there should be no war. Burnet returned back to England, but Dupleix, who was the Governor General of France, he did not keep the promise and attacked the main trading center, that is Madras, of the Britishers. British became very angry. British complained to the Nawab. So the Nawab declared a war against the French. A war took between the French army and Anwaruddin was defeated, who was fighting from the side of the British. The Austrian succession war that was going on in Europe ended in 1748, and there Austria was victorious. So England supporting it also was victorious, and French was the loser over there. So obviously the power of France declined in India too. France was forced to sign a treaty and return back Madras back to the British. Next we have the Second Carnatic War. Second Carnatic War, two war of succession was going, one for the Nizamship and second for the Nawabship. Nawabship in the Carnatic region and Nizamship in the Deccan region. So for Nawabship, who were fighting? For Nawabship, Chanda Sahib and Anwaruddin were fighting. Here, Chanda Sahib is less powerful and Anwaruddin is more powerful because he has already been the Nawab, so he has more resources and power. In Nizamship, after the death of Nizamul Mulk, his son Nasir Jang and grandson Muzaffar Jang were fighting for the post. It is obvious that Nasir Jang was his son, so he will having the more power to become the Nizam, and Muzaffar Jang being grandson has less power. What did French do? French signed treaties with the less powerful parties, that is Chanda Sahib and the Muzaffar Jang, and with the help of French army, Muzaffar Jang and Chanda Sahib won. Chanda Sahib became the Nawab and here Muzaffar Jang became the Nizam. They were victorious. They handed over Carnatic area to French. So French gained the monopoly of trade over south coastal area. In this war, Anwaruddin died and his son also ran away. Later on, Nasir Jang, who was being supported by British, plotted against French and won. Finally, French were defeated in the Second Carnatic War. Last, we have the Third Carnatic War. Third Carnatic War was a result of 7 years war. It was the name 7 years war that was going on in Europe between the French and the English. This war began in 1756 when French besieged Madras, that is, captured Madras. Robert Clive, the then Governor General of English, ordered Colonel Ford. Ford was the army officer to capture northern Sirkars. It was a part of northeast India. Ford occupied northern Sirkars and he brought Salabat Jung, the fourth Nizam of Hyderabad, under control. This gave British back the northern Sirkars. A battle took place at Vandivash, that is in between the French and the English. French were defeated. Pondicherry, as a result, was occupied by the English. When 7 years war that was going on in Europe ended, a Treaty of Paris was signed. As per the treaty, Pondicherry was returned back to French. Robert Clive was successful in making his name between the native princes. He won many battles for the English and foiled Dupleix at every turn. That is, he did not allow Dupleix to win many battles. As a result, Dupleix was called back to France.